Do you know somebody in your life who has a consistent pattern of playing the victim? It may feel confusing, it may feel frustrating, but you are not alone, and there are ways for you to cope with this. Narcissistic personality disorder is a complex mental health condition often linked with a victim mentality, and it is possible for people with this personality disorder to consciously manipulate others, but it often goes deeper than that. Someone may firmly believe that they are the victim and they may operate from that place, even when all of the evidence suggests otherwise. And with a few expert-backed strategies, it is possible to navigate this difficult terrain. Victimhood, believe it or not, is actually a form of blame shifting. It allows that ego to remain intact and to blame everybody else but the narcissist. And in some cases get validation perhaps from other people who believe them and who are aggrieved, or people who want to rescue them, people who feel sorry for the narcissist and their victims, their mentality and their victim stance. There are many ways that victimhood can play out in any kind of relationship. One of the main symptoms of this personality disorder is a belief that they are superior to others and that they should be given special and preferential treatment. They are in victim mode, and this can sound like the reason things haven't worked out for me is that I wasn't born with a trust fund, or everybody has connections and I have to make things work on my own. But we also have this. We have darvo, and I've talked about darvo a lot in all of my other videos for the most part. Darvo stands for deny, attack, reverse, victim, and offender. And this strategy, it muddles the details of any interaction. So for example, a spouse may deny kissing counts as cheating. So they feel hurt by your unwarranted jealousy and insist that you apologize for accusing them. Projection. This is huge. When faced with difficulty, some people project their emotions, their feelings, and their intentions onto other people. For example, your spouse may accuse you of wanting to leave when they're actually the one who wants to leave, and they see you in distress, and you may find yourself begging for them back, begging for their attention, and begging to make amends, believing you are somehow in the wrong. So gaslighting. This is another big one. Someone with NPD or an abuser in general may deny or minimize their own behavior in words, leaving you questioning your own sense of reality. This is known as gaslighting. It can sound like this: it is your fault that I did this. You're the one who started it. I didn't do it. What's wrong with you? And you knew that this is how I was when you married me. The smear campaign, the narcissist's specialty. To reserve and preserve their reputation and to gain sympathy from others, someone may talk badly about you or accuse you of things that you did not do. For example, somebody may insist that, say a boss insists that they came up with a concept first and maybe trying to steal your idea. How do you respond to something like this? How do you respond when somebody is accusing you of something you didn't do? Practice detachment. If possible, you must try to avoid the temptation to go down the rabbit hole of defending yourself. And it is the most difficult thing. I am guilty of it myself still to this day. You must avoid defending yourself. They are accusing you of something that is not true. There is no point. Instead, detach from the situation and hold on to your sense of reality. Just because somebody tells you that the grass is purple does not make it so. And you do not have to defend that the grass is green. When somebody consistently takes on this victim role and refuses to take accountability for their actions, it is not uncommon to feel like you're imagining things. And if you're starting to doubt your own experiences because of the responses that you're getting, maybe not being believed, start journaling your experiences, document and note all pattern. Boundaries. Setting healthy boundaries. And if they become angry about you setting healthy boundaries or refusing to respect those boundaries, it's likely that you're going to need to change the level of contact you have with this person to ensure those boundaries are enforced and your mental health and self-worth cannot stay or can remain intact. In essence, the gray rock method. We all know what the gray rock method is. Stay as neutral and unreactive as possible. The purpose is to protect your emotional and well-being, and it involves only necessary contact and the removal of your emotions. You must provide someone with information that is essential only. You must avoid small talk and small interactions, keeping them short, giving brief answers, and communicating only using the facts. Consider the no contact, the gold standard approach. And if this relationship is interfering with your well-being, it's toxic, it's abusive, it's dangerous, and it can be time to leave or consider making an exit plan by ceasing contact. Battling somebody with NPD, it is tiring and nobody wins. In some cases, the best way to respond is by going no contact. This includes not looking at their social media, not calling, not texting, not stalking, not going to events that you know they're going to be at, and involving the authorities when necessary in order to obtain something like an order of protection. So let's recap. People with this type of personality, they often have this very, very dense sense of victimhood. And this presents a lot of people who are their targets with many challenges. But it is possible to cope, like I said. If possible, document the patterns, set healthy boundaries, and limit your interactions with these monsters. My name is Sara Ann Brown, and this is Narcissistic Abuse 101.